Hey there. Okay, the question today was, um, if you have a consultative examination set up, can you bring your attorney with you? Um, I'm going to say it's not that I've read a firm rule on this or anything, but that is something that is generally not going to happen. Number one, it's very possible that the doctor doing the examination will not allow for it. Secondly, it serves zero purpose. The doctor will be asking questions of you, not your lawyer. Okay. Um, I would imagine they're not going to let the lawyer in the room. And I don't know any lawyer that would spend time doing it. Are you going to pay them like $500 to go trek over to your CE exam for you? It's ridiculous. Sorry, I don't mean to say it's ridiculous, but it is kind of ridiculous. The whole point is the examination, good, bad, or ugly, the examination. Now, what I think a lawyer can do, and I often do, is ask my clients to let me know how it went. So I want to know. I think it's good to know what was the duration from the time you got into the examining room and started interacting with the doctor, not the waiting room, but the doctor. How long? What was the duration of that time in there? If you want to get more detailed, how much time was answering questions versus actually being examined? And then take note of what the examination consists of. Because sometimes it seems that the reports they probably have a template and they toss things in. Some things are probably canned language. Like for instance, they might be in there unless they take it out proactively. So I have seen where a consultative examiner puts in a report that the claimant was able to button, zip, and tie. And the truth of the matter was they were never asked to show that they could zip, button, or tie, nor they asked if they were able to do it. And that would be a super big deal if they have a hand impairment, arthritis, neuropathy, anything. Could be a bunch of things. Because hands are really big in a big number of jobs, and the ability to use them, whether it's constantly or something less, like frequently or occasionally or not at all. So having that in there being grossly incorrect and false, kind of false reporting, might have been erroneous on the part of the doctor, but it doesn't matter. It is incompetence to have that in there. So I'd say pay attention and try to remember and maybe write it down or give yourself a dictation message second you walk out of there. What all was done? Did they check your reflexes? Did they check your range of motion of which body parts, or which ones did they skip? Did they ask you to do the heel to toe, tandem walk, squatting, all that kind of stuff? If they didn't, and reflexes, like these are all the things that they put in the report. So you want to kind of know if what they're going to be supposedly testing you on, so that if they don't, you could tell your lawyer, they never did they never did this, and this, they did this and this. And then at least it can be kind of documented. Like I would probably shoot a letter up to the file with the SSA to say, by the way, we see the consultative examiner's report, and shortly after the examination, the claimant discussed with me what occurred, and he specifically said that there was no request to tandem walk, or because if they say you can do all that stuff and they never asked you to do it to show them, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So, figuring out how accurate the report is, reflective of at least what you were asked to do, is really important. But that doesn't mean your lawyer should be there. It's you can't go, hey, what should I answer? You know what I mean? It's just not going to be. Same would be true with mental status exam. The whole point is to be examined, you yourself, by this doctor. As much as we think some of them are utter failures in terms of giving the exams and writing an ample report, some are really good though. you know, it doesn't matter. You're not going to generally be able to have a lawyer there. I'm trying to think. I don't even think family members are generally in the room either. They might be in the waiting room. That's fine. In fact, if this is more than 2 minutes from your house and you suggest that you can't drive far, I suggest you have someone else drive you to that exam, because that is going to be one of the answers in the report. How did he get here? Oh, he drove himself 45 miles or something, you know? So anyway, take heed. You're always being kind of watched. All right. Hope that helps. No lawyer at your consultative exam. All right. Bye. Whoops. Have a good one.